The Roman noblewomen we know from history were an interesting bunch. While most of them stayed out of the public eye, choosing to live quiet and modest lives devoted to their families and religion, there were some who preferred to stand out. They enjoyed lavish parties, expensive clothes, and luxury goods. And while today's viewers might find some of their choices questionable, at the very least, they had excellent taste in pets. In this video, we look at 6 strange and exotic pets owned by Roman noblewomen. Before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Number 6. Apes. Who doesn't love a good ape? These intelligent mammals are found in both the Old and New Worlds, and have become popular among animal lovers all over the world. In ancient Rome, apes were also a favorite among the elite, with several famous noblewomen known to keep these highly intelligent creatures as pets. One such woman was Livia Drusilla, wife of Emperor Augustus and one of the most powerful women in the Roman Empire. Pliny the Younger once described how she threw an extravagant dinner party, where guests were entertained by dancing girls and musicians before being served dinner by none other than a chimpanzee. Livia was also known to walk around the city with an ape dressed in fine clothes, its little paws holding an elegant parasol over her head. The First Lady of Rome was also gifted an ape by her husband Augustus, after he conquered Egypt in 32 BC, which she proudly paraded through the streets in elaborate garments. As spoils from the war, apes weren't just a status symbol, but also a fashion accessory. It wasn't uncommon to see them dressed up like humans, wearing miniature tunics and sandals, and they were also featured in artwork, further cementing their place in Roman culture. Their popularity may have been due to their perceived connection to the divine, as Romans believed that apes were created when a monkey climbed up an oak tree and was struck by lightning. No, 5 tortoises, a small price to pay in the grand scheme of things. In ancient Rome, wealthy noblewomen often kept tortoises as pets, much like people today keep turtles. But the reasons behind their choice of exotic animals were quite different. For many, it was all about appearances. Unlike the apes, which were highly sought after and expensive to acquire, tortoises were much cheaper and easier to come by. This made them a practical choice for those looking to make a statement without breaking the bank. Plus, their longevity and slow-moving nature made them ideal for display, as they could live for up to 100 years and were unlikely to be killed or injured by careless handling. But beyond their practicality and symbolism of wealth, tortoises also held a special place in Roman culture. They were seen as a representation of wisdom and longevity, qualities that were highly valued by the Romans. This is reflected in the works of famous Roman poets such as Martial and Juvenal, who often made references to tortoises as symbols of old age and experience. However, despite their reputation as symbols of wisdom, tortoises weren't always treated well by their Roman owners. The pursuit of fashion led to the creation of tiny chairs and beds for them to sit on, and instead of roaming freely in their natural habitats, they were forced to pull carts or even serve as bait for larger animals in the cruel games of the Roman Colosseum. 4. Parrots. Today, parrots are cherished as companions, admired for their vibrant colors, intelligence, and ability to mimic human speech. But did you know that they were also popular among the Roman elites thousands of years ago? In ancient Rome, parrots were considered a symbol of wealth and power, often owned by emperors and high-ranking officials as a way to showcase their status. According to Pliny, the elder Roman soldiers would steal parrots from the Gauls, a Celtic people living in the region of Gaul, which is now France, and sell them for a hefty sum of money, with each bird fetching up to 1,000 sesterces, equivalent to a skilled laborer's annual salary. These parrots were not just any ordinary birds. They were star-studded African gray parrots, known for their exceptional intelligence and talking abilities. The Romans were fascinated by their beauty and exotic origins, and they quickly became a must-have accessory for anyone looking to make a statement. During the height of parrot fever in ancient Rome, it was common to see them strutting around the streets on the arms of their wealthy owners, squawking and mimicking the sounds of the city. The trend was so widespread that even the emperor's wife, Julia Misa, had a pet parrot that was trained to deliver messages. In one instance, the parrot was sent ahead of her to announce her arrival in a province, causing quite a stir among the locals. Number 3. Lizards. You don't have to be a lizard person to appreciate these scaly reptiles. While lizards may seem like a strange choice of pet for the average person, they were a popular choice among the Roman elite. For one thing, lizards were relatively easy to take care of compared to other animals such as dogs or horses. They didn't require much space or exercise, making them ideal for a small apartment or a villa in the Roman countryside. Their quiet nature was also appealing, unlike noisy dogs or farm animals. Lizards didn't disturb the peace and quiet of a noblewoman's home. Perhaps most importantly, lizards were seen as a symbol of luxury and wealth. Just like today, owning an exotic pet was a way to show off one's wealth and sophistication. And what could be more exotic and mysterious than a scaly, slithering reptile from Faroe lands? Roman writers such as Pliny the Elder and Martial often mentioned lizards in their works, describing them as strange and unusual creatures that were popular among the wealthy. Lizards were also associated with wisdom and intelligence, which was appealing to the Romans who valued education and wit. Some lizards were even said to be trained to perform tricks or to guard their owner's property. Despite their popularity, lizards weren't without their downsides. They could be dangerous if provoked, and their presence in a home could be off-putting to guests. But for the Roman elite, the risks were worth it as they continued to import lizards from all over the empire to add to their collections. Number 2. Chameleons. While chameleons are common sights in our modern zoos and pet stores, these fascinating creatures have a long and storied history that dates back to ancient times. The ancient Romans were known to keep chameleons as pets, and these unique lizards were a favorite among the upper class. The Romans were drawn to the chameleon's ability to change color, as well as its distinctive appearance and behavior. The chameleon's ability to blend in with its surroundings was seen as a metaphor for the cunning and adaptability of the Roman elite. In fact, the word chameleon itself is derived from the Greek word chamai, meaning earth, and leon, meaning lion, symbolizing the animal's strength and ability to survive in any environment. Chameleons were often kept in ornate cages and displayed in Roman homes and gardens as a symbol of wealth and power. In addition to their symbolic value, chameleons were also appreciated for their beauty and uniqueness. Their distinctive eyes, which can move independently of each other, along with their scaly skin and prehensile tails, made them a popular subject for Roman art and literature. Roman writers such as Pliny the Elder and Martial often made references to chameleons in their works, praising their beauty and exotic appeal. 1. Monkeys. From the Amazon to the Asian jungles, monkeys have fascinated humans for centuries, and ancient Rome was no exception. Monkeys were highly sought after by the elite, particularly noblewomen, who wanted to make a statement. These highly intelligent and social creatures were often acquired from far-flung corners of the empire, such as Egypt and India, and were a symbol of wealth and exotic taste. In Roman culture, monkeys were seen as a symbol of wit and intelligence, often depicted in artwork holding mirrors and combs as a playful nod to their mischievous nature. But their popularity as pets also had a darker side. The demand for monkeys led to the establishment of monkey schools, where they were trained to perform for the amusement of their owners. These schools were often run by slave owners who subjected the monkeys to harsh punishments and abusive training methods to ensure they put on a good show. Despite the cruelty involved, monkeys were a popular feature at banquets and parties, where they would perform tricks, dance, and even fight each other for the amusement of the crowd. The Romans also enjoyed watching monkeys hunt down other animals, such as birds or fish, and they would even pit them against gladiators in the Colosseum for the ultimate test of skill and bravery. Thank you for watching. Which of these pets do you think is the most unusual? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.